7. This is the 170R. It is the lightest car Caterham have ever produced at only 440 kilograms. But with that, it only comes with 84 brake horsepower. So does less power mean less fun?
This is the entry-level Caterham, the 170R, the lightest ever production car Caterham have produced, only 440 kilograms without the windscreen in the R version. It has a Suzuki 660cc 3-cylinder turbocharged engine located at the front, which gives us 84 brake horsepower and 86 pound-feet of torque. Filled with carbon fibre, this little pocket rocket gives you a 0 to 60 time of just under 7 seconds. With a 5-speed manual, a limited slip differential and some upgrades like the LED rear lights from standard, is this 170R a recipe for fun? Let's take to the roads. Okay, so job number 1 with a Caterham is hair up. Especially with this roof being down. But it's a perfect weather for this. So this is the 170R, Caterham's newest flagship model of the Caterhams. It is the latest Caterham 7 they've done, and as you can tell by the name, it is 170 horsepower per tonne, meaning it's got 84 horsepower, which doesn't sound a lot, but it only weighs 440 kilograms in the R spec without all the windscreen. We have opted for the windscreen because I'm doing a fair few miles with this car this week, and I fancy not eating too many flies. We all know Caterhams aren't built for practicality. They're built for putting that smile on your face, for having fun and just being something super special. And Caterham have really enhanced that in the 170R, especially the R version, because you've got the amazing carbon fibre dash, you've got carbon fibre through and through, which adds to the race feel. It's why it's called the R. The one downside with Caterhams, no proper indicator stalk. So we have a little switch here which doesn't turn itself off. Also, because you've got so much noise inside the cockpit, you can't hear it either. So if you're a little bit stupid like I am, you end up indicating for about a solid 10 minutes up the road. So this model in particular, it does have a load of extras. So the 170R starts from about 24,000, whereas the S will start from about 23, making it Caterham's cheapest model by over £2,000. This one in particular, with all the carbon fibre dash, you've got carbon fibre seats, quick release steering wheel, all sorts of bits and pieces on here, which I'll list in a second, makes it up to 31,000, which still is so cheap in comparison to its rivals. It doesn't really have any exact rivals, but Caterham is its own special thing. You don't get anything like this. Maybe an Ariel Atom or pushing a Lotus, but you can't get any more raw for the roads. And the 170 is exactly that, because yes, the 620 is incredible and the power is just phenomenal, but can you use it? No. This is a car you can be confident and put your foot down, and you can use all that 84 horsepower with a massive smile on your face, sun shining in your hair. You can't go wrong. There isn't much in terms of luxury in this car, but the seats are surprisingly really comfortable. On long journeys, I've found it actually more comfortable than some of the other cars, because you don't get a bad back, you're sat properly as you should be, and there is a tiny little bit of padding. But you've got no radio, no aircon, you've got heaters that are controlled by a little pulley down by your right leg. I haven't worked out which way's which yet, I've just kind of left it on what it is because it's nice and warm. But again, you've got no control of where you can point the heaters, it's just kind of doing its own thing. So just hope that it comes on the setting that you want it on already. The best thing with Caterhams, they're quirky. Everybody loves them and they know there's something special. You drive past people on the road in these, they turn, they look, and they're like, oh my God, what is that? Because it's not a normal car, it's not a traditional car, it is something that is made for fun, for having freedom, for having the wind in your hair, for these sunny days, for those track days. These things, especially the higher power ones, they dominate on track days, even supercar beaters. And I feel like this model is something you can put your trust in, because on a track, you're not scared you're going to be spinning out like you might be in the 620. You've got enough power to have the fun, the grip, and the fun about the Caterham, but you're not going to be terrified. It is a 3-cylinder Suzuki engine with a turbocharger strapped to it, which means you get some bloody awesome noises like choo, 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 which just put a smile on your face. You could just be driving along, you get a little bit of power to push along on the motorway, slow moving traffic, and all of a sudden out of nowhere, choo! It's fantastic! Steering wheel is tiny. This is a quick release. That's your safety mechanism. You've got your steering wheel, quick release, and a battery kill switch. That is your safety. Nothing in terms of locks. You've got one little key. You leave your shopping in it, it might get nicked. But are you buying a Caterham because you want to leave your stuff overnight in it or go shopping? No, you're buying it because you appreciate driving and you want something that you can have fun with. And the 170 is just that. To make the most out of it, your foot has to be flat. You have to trust this car. Initially, it feels like it's rolling and sliding all over the place, and with those skinny Avon tyres as well, it makes you hard to believe that it has as much grip. It's shaped like a brick at the end of the day, but that mechanical grip is actually very surprising. You can keep your foot flat, you can power out the corners because you've got that little power. You can do that, you can put that trust into the car. It takes a little bit of getting used to learning when the car's actually sliding and when it's just the body sliding a little bit around. But once you do, your confidence in the car just increases and you can really maximise its potential. It looks awesome, it's got that gorgeous burnt orange colour, which really makes it pop. This is a 5-speed manual gearbox. The changes are so close, it's actually really nice. It makes you have to really be precise with those gear changes. But it's so rewarding because it revs out a lot quicker than you think, so it's revving out about just over 6,000, so you are having to change very quickly. Pedals are tiny. If you've got huge feet, you're going to be pressing brake, clutch and accelerator all at once. But then again, it makes things like heel toe so much easier, especially if you're a beginner at that. You're not having to stretch your foot all the way over it. It really is just a blip. Which heel toe, again, it helps settle this car. If you get it wrong, you know about it. But it's not aggressive. It's in a way that it's just telling you it's unhappy and you can hold it, it's fine. The limited slip differential in this is incredible. I didn't think I'd notice that much of a difference to a normal sport Caterham. Limited slip differential in this is the thing that people have questioned about it quite a lot, because a Caterham you can slip and slide anyway, and with the little power it does just help you play with that back end more. You can get it kicking out a little bit on the roundabouts, not that you legally should be. You can also have a lot of fun and do things like this. Which means you can get a half roof and a full roof. The full roof took me so long to understand how to put it on. About half an hour in the pouring rain, which wasn't fun, but It's more there for protection than anything else. The half roof is perfect for it. Even if it's drizzling, you actually don't get soaked at all. And it means you still got that rush of wind in your hair that you want with a Caterham. So, huge recommendation. Ideally find somewhere with a garage or somewhere to store it under shelter, just so you don't have to be messing around with the roof all the time. Roof. Oh. Yeah, I did not expect to be as blown away by this. You initially hear 84 horsepower, you think of a 1 litre diesel that you get as a first car. This is far from that. The 170 does speak to you a lot. It's got a very vibrating signature when you're sat idling. It wants to go off the line. The clutch can release quite quickly because it's there egging you on. The more I drive this car, the more I fall in love with it. It is so much fun, and the more you get used to it, the more confidence and trust you can pile into this car. Finding the edge of a limit in a secure place really helps make you trust that this car is so predictable, that it's that little power that actually it makes it more fun, because you can control it all by using all of that 84 horsepower rather than kind of worrying if you put too much throttle on, it's going to go wrong. The whole point of this video and this review was to see whether less horsepower meant less fun, and it really does not. Yes, your top speed's only 105, yes it's only 84 horsepower, yes 0 to 60 is less than 7 seconds, but this smile on your face when you're driving it is priceless. So there we have it, the Caterham 170R, the latest model for Caterham and the lightest but also slowest Caterham that they've produced in a while.
And if you want to see what it's like to live with a Caterham for 600 miles over 6 days, click the link above.
Less horsepower, less fun? Absolutely not. I have fallen in love with this car and I'll be sad to see it go, and I cannot wait to get in another one. So there we have it. You guys know the drill. To make my journey your journey, like, follow, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!